What the hell? Oh, I can't figure it out. Dang it. Okay, we have an hour. So what we're going to do is we are going to stay live. I'm live. I can't tell if you can hear me or see me. I can't even tell if I can chat with you. So I am instead going to why I just don't think, why can't I have my chat? Focus my chat. Test. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm just gonna go do my TikToks for an hour. Okay, you can hear me. Oh, what's up? Thank you, dude. You're from Twitch. Can you hear me? Yeah, Tiago, what's up, dude? Well, you're here. We're here by ourselves. I'm gonna make some TikToks though. You can hang out. We can hang out. No problem. Cool. Thank you, Tiago. I don't think we would I have a feeling I don't think we would hate each other on a first date. Tiago, by the way, you're one of the reasons I want to play college level. Oh, Tiago, how old are you? You're 15. Love the vids, but one of the reasons I want to play. 15 years old. Do you play club soccer, Tiago? I have the feeling we wouldn't hate each other on a first date. I also played senior men's last season in the 4th division regularly. Jacob, what's up, Jacob Sandoval? How are you? I'm live right now for a little bit. I'm going to make some TikToks here in a minute. I'm looking to move up the ranks. Okay, Tiago, that's perfect. 4th division. That's awesome. Hello, Jacob Sandoval. Do you have any questions for us? My family can afford. Okay, let's see. Hello, CollegeSoccerGuy. I'm 14 years old. Family is struggling. However, I'm really trying to join any club, but I can because of money. What I do, my family can only afford Sunday League, and also I'm in high school soccer. That means you're going to go to college, I believe. Your parents are going to pay for college. So if they're going to pay for college, that means you could definitely play college soccer. You just have to aim for Division III schools, send them an email, make a highlight video, and just focus on Division III. And then it's very possible you could play college soccer and even get a scholarship to play college soccer. So that's still possible, Jacob. Just don't give up. You do need a highlight video, and you do need to write some emails out. But you can still do it. Nobody can tell you just because financially you could still do it. And if you don't want to do If you can't go to a college, a regular college, then you can go to junior college to start there. But I think your parents are going to want you to go to college. So it'll work out either way. I have a feeling we wouldn't hate each other on a first date. Just to see if I'm correct, what should I know about you? Extrovert, vegan, former boyfriend in the mafia. Do D3 schools offer many scholarships? They offer academic scholarships, and the answer is yes, pretty much. If you have above a 3.5 GPA and you get in because of the soccer team, they will give you a scholarship of usually $20,000 a year, which is about $80,000 over 4 years, which is a lot of money. A lot of monies. Okay, we're gonna make some TikToks. Let's see here. GPA like your average. Okay, maintain a 3.0 GPA, good for athletic for college. Yes, 3.5 would be the best. GPA is like your average grade start school, or is it the end of high school? What is it? GPA is from 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade combined. So around the Orange County side of Cali, what are some good options there for college soccer? There's a lot of good options for college soccer. Jacob, I want you to go on Google and Google Division III schools in Orange County, and you will find a lot of Division III schools. I can give you a link. How about that? Division III schools in Orange County. And you should also do actually NAIA. NAIA would be good too. SoCal Division III soccer schools. Okay, we're gonna film some TikToks. Let's film some TikToks. Okay, here we go. TikToks. We're gonna film some TikToks. Okay, here we go. All right, you ready, guys? Here we go. How did Robert Ganella get $60,000 to play at Tiffin Division II school? One of my favorite students I ever worked with, Mr. Robert Ganella, is committing to Tiffin University on a $60,000 scholarship because he's a legend. Let me tell you how he did it. Let's go. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you a CollegeSoccerGuy AI, so watch until the end of the video, or just skip it if you want to, because it's going to be pretty cool. So first of all, one of the reasons this is one of my favorite students is because he put in so much work in order to play college soccer. The odds were against him. He wasn't playing at the highest level club teams, yet he still was willing to listen to what we said, apply the messages, make sure he's got his templates correctly, make sure he's got his video correctly, make sure he reached out to the appropriate schools to get leverage and get scholarship. And because he put in all this extra effort, even though nobody believed he could do it, that's why he was one of my favorite students. Whenever we meet with a student, we give them a Google Drive, okay? And see, these are all the dates that we were meeting together over and over again in order to figure out what we should do, what we needed to do, what he needed to do last time. So just to give you an idea, here we go. I'm very particular on how I write an email and exactly the subject line and everything else. So I'm going to show you one thing that we did. So here was an email that he was writing at the time to another school, and then we explained to him, like, this is what he still needs to do. When we're working with a student, we get so specific with every email, with every subject line, with every reply, with every highlight video, with every touch video. And by doing so, it changes the game for us. He was so amazing that I asked him if he would come work for me. And he has actually started to work for me. He gets paid to work for me. And he has helped almost as many students as I have now play college soccer, which is incredible. Oh, Rob, I'm so proud of you. I'm beyond words. I'm really proud of you. If you want to see the AI, here it is. One of my favorite students I ever... One of my favorite students I ever worked. If you want more help playing college soccer, give me a call. Links in the bio. This is from playing soccer the other day. Don't make fun of me. One of my favorite students I ever worked with, Mr. Robert Ganella. One of my favorite students I ever worked with, Mr. Robert Ganella, is committing to Tiffin University on a... Don't make fun of me. Oh, and I'm going to show you that AI right now. Okay, I told you guys I would show you the CollegeSoccerGuy AI. So if you try and go to this website, it won't work because you need a code. I'm so sorry. I'm hoping to eventually get this to the hand. Okay, I know we're still live here, so here we go. Also, NCAA has been sending emails to me and my parents, but they don't even know how to play. They've been saying it's a level confused. I think you're talking about NCSA. NCAA is the governing body. NCSA has been sending me emails to me and my parents, but they don't even know how I play, and they're saying they can take me to college level. I'm confused. It's just a company. It's like a scam, spammy thing that they think they can help you. I do not recommend NCSA. I recommend you do the process on your own, and that you put in the work on your own.
Today we're scouting the Sharks to see if they're good enough to play college soccer. First up is Mr. Wonderful. Mr. Wonderful, show us your technique. Show us what you got, Mr. Wonderful. Oh, God. Sit back down, please. That was, we'll get back to him in a minute. Now, Mr. Wonderful may not be good enough to play college soccer, but I did get a chance to see the other Sharks highlight videos, and theirs is pretty dang good.
Okay. Okay, yeah, because I was confused. Yes, you're welcome, Mr. Jacob Sandoval. Thank you for asking. Both of you guys get access to the Discord since you guys have been so awesome. Let me give that to you. Here we go. Okay, you deserve it. Today at 3 p.m. German International. Strauss. This thing automated? It's incredible. Okay. All right. Where was I? I was making TikToks. Let's make another TikTok. Let's make another TikTok. Bum, 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 bum. All right, guys, I know I'm live and I'm not paying attention to you, so sorry. Give me 1 second. I need to go here. No. Drafts. Here we go. How do I go to my drafts?
Here's how I went from playing NPL to playing.
How did Tate Glock commit to a Division I college soccer program as a goalkeeper with a big-time scholarship, both athletic and academic? Let me explain it right now. Okay. How did Tate Glock commit to a Division I school with a $45,000 scholarship, which included athletic and academic money, as a goalkeeper? Let me show you. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you a CollegeSoccerGuy AI system. If you want to see that system, wait till the end because it's pretty cool. And yeah, if you want more help, give me a call. Let me show you how we did it because it's amazing. Okay, like all my students, he got a custom Google Drive. But one of the things we do is we talk to our students all the time, really consistently. So inside of his Discord channel, we were talking all the time. There's his testimonial talking about how grateful he is. But we were talking so much. Oh my gosh, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Literally over 8 months back and forth on how he was going to get recruited to play college soccer. And he's talking to me and my team. Now, this particular student is a goalkeeper. I am not a goalkeeper, but we have an expert team of goalkeeping coaches, of college soccer coaches who know exactly what to do, who have helped more people in this case play college soccer almost than I have. I've built this team together so that way we can get you guys as much help as possible. The big thing with this player is he had a lot of interest at the beginning. In fact, when he was recommended to me, he was recommended actually by my former college roommate who was privately coaching him a little bit and said, look, this kid's really good, but he's not getting the exposure he deserves. Could you please help him? So that's when we went to work. We fixed his video, made more video, created a better way to contact coaches, to follow up with coaches. I think a big thing most of you struggle with is your first email is not very good, but you guys don't know that. Then sometimes they do respond and you don't know how to keep them interested, and that's obviously what we do, and that's custom per player. So it's hard for me to tell you exactly what you should do, but that is what we do with our students. So then we started to get a lot of interest, and he came to a problem where he was going to have to make a decision before he was ready to make it, meaning the team was going to say, hey, you got to decide in the next 3 weeks. And so what we had to do was when the deadline was given, we actually went on a couple visits to some schools to make sure that, we were making the right decision, because he knew which school he wanted to go to. But you got to make sure, double check. And we don't want anybody to be rushed into a decision, even if it's a D1 school. We want you to love it. So we turned over every rock, which took a little bit more time. We were able to use the right language to postpone the offer a little bit, but we knew that's where we wanted to go. And then eventually he committed, and he's super happy, and I'm so excited for him. And it's going to be an epic year for him. He's going to play against some big teams. I can't wait to watch him on TV. Here's the AI system. If you want more help, give me a call. Links in the bio. How did Tate Glock commit to a Division I school with a $45,000 scholarship, which included athletic and academic money, as a goalkeeper? Let me show you. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you a CollegeSoccerGuy AI system. If you want to see that system, wait till the end, because it's pretty cool. And yeah, if you want more help, give me a call. Let me show you how we did it, because it's amazing. Like all my students, you got a custom Google Drive. But one of the things we do is we talk to our students. Oh, and I'm going to show you that AI right now. Okay, I told you guys I would show you the CollegeSoccerGuy AI. So if you try and go to this web... How did Oak Jarvis get recruited to play college soccer at Pomona Pitzer when he was not playing MLS Next or ECNL? Look how cool this is. I've got like a superpower. TikTok with its amazing effects. So this guy's story is incredible, because he started with me way too late. It was so stressful for him. It was so stressful for me. I almost would never do what we did with him ever again. So we started with him in July of his going into his senior year. The reason that's such a big deal is because he wanted to go to a top academic school, and top academic schools are almost completely done recruiting between August and November.
Money. My name is Kevin Serrano Maldonado. I'm in the class of 2024, and so far in the recruiting process, I have sent a few emails to Division II schools, Division III schools, and I've been to a few ID camps, and I've gone to one official visit. After being a part of the College Soccer Guy Academy, I hope to have been heavily recruited by Division I schools, find the school that best fits me, and have a D1 offer. After 1 to 3 months, I'll be making another video to see if working with the College Soccer Guy truly did help me. Toronto, Maldonado. My name is Four, and so far in the recruiting process, I have sent a few, and I've been to a few ID camps, and I've gone to one official visit. After being a part of the College Soccer Guy Academy, I hope to have been heavily recruited by Division I schools, find the school that best fits me. Find the school that best fits me, and have a D1 offer. After 1 to 3 months, I'll be making another video to see if working with the College Soccer Guy truly did help me. My name is Kevin Swan. My name is My name Kevin Swan. My name is Kevin Serrano Maldonado. I'm in the class of 2024, and so far in the recruiting process, I have sent a few emails to Division 2 schools, Division 3 schools, and I've been to a few ID camps, and I've gone to one official visit. After being a part of the College Soccer Guy Academy, I hope to have been heavily recruited by find the school that best fits me. After 1 to 3 months, I'll be making another video to see if working with the College Soccer Guy truly did help me. My name is Kevin Serrano. My name is Kevin Serrano Maldonado. I'm in the class of 2020. My sent a few, and I've been to a few ID, to one official visit. After being a part of the college, I hope to have been heavily recruited. I've been heavily recruited. I'd find the school that to have been heavily recruited. I'd find the school that I'd find the school that best fits me.
Oh, and I'm going to show you that.
My name is Kevin Serrano Maldonado. I'm in the class of 2024, and so far in the recruiting process, I have sent a few emails to Division 2 schools. My name is Kevin Serrano Maldonado. I'm in the class of 2024, and so far in the recruiting process, I have sent a few emails to Division 2 schools, Division 3 schools, and I've been to a few ID camps, and I've gone to one official visit. After being a part of the College Soccer Guy Academy, I hope to have find the school that best fits me. After 1 to 3 months, I'll be making another video to see if working with the College Soccer Guy truly did help me. My name is Kevin Serrano Maldonado. My name is Kevin Serrano Maldonado. I'm in the class of 2024, and so far in the recruiting process, I have sent a few emails to Division II schools, Division III schools. My name is Kevin Serrano Maldonado. I'm in the class of 2024, and so far in the recruiting process, I have sent a few emails to Division II schools, Division III schools.
Give me the chip, I need the championship. Hey, we got a dream next to the team. Yeah, we can handle it. Hey, soon as I go and I step in. Hey, give me the chip, I need the championship. Hey, we got a dream. Hey, give me the chip, I need the championship. Hey, we got a dream next to the team. Yeah, we can handle it. Hey, soon as I go and I step in arenas, they call me the champ. They know what it is, know what I do, know who I am, who don't understand. Yeah, that's overdue. My trophy said that's overdue. My rings. Hey, give me the chip. I said, what I look like giving up to.
How to get recruited by Chapman like my boy Evan White. I'm going to show you him in a minute because I'm so proud of him for committing to a school of choice after a lot of hard work. The biggest thing to understand about Chapman specifically is they don't go to a lot of ID camps. They don't attend a lot of ID camps. They don't host very many ID camps. So their whole thing is showcases. So you have to email them before, and they're very hard to get a hold of. This player is a great player. I kind of called him the Ozil of college soccer. Great left foot, great balance, ECNL, good grades. And there was a moment where he actually wanted to quit playing college soccer. Frankly, I was telling him a lot of things he needed to do, and he's like, there's a lot of stuff, Zev. And I go, that's correct, it's a lot of stuff, but if you do these things, it will lead to playing college soccer. And so there was a moment where he was hesitant. He said, you know what, okay, I'm going to keep doing it. He kept doing it, and then eventually he played really well at this tournament, having sent them an email, having sent them video, having sent them follow-up emails, and they were like, hey, we really thought you were great at campus, or sorry, at the showcase. We would like to have you part of our team. Evan, I'm very proud of you. You did a great job throughout the whole thing. I'm super excited to watch you on TV. If you want more help, give me a call. Links in the bio. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you an AI system at the end of the video.
Hey. I said, what I look like giving up today.
How to get recruited by Chapman like my boy Evan White. I'm going to show you him in a minute. How to get recruited
by Chapman, like my boy Evan White. I'm going to show you him in a minute because I'm so proud of him for committing to a school of choice after a lot of hard work. The biggest thing to understand about Chapman specifically is they don't go to a lot of ID camps. That's correct. It's a lot of stuff, but if you do these things, it will lead to playing college soccer. And so there was a moment where he was hesitant. He said, you know what, okay, I'm going to keep doing it. He kept doing it. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you an AI system at the end of the video. How to get recruited by Chapman, like my boy Evan White. I'm going to show you him in a minute. How to get recruited by Chapman, like my How to get recruited by Chapman, like my boy Evan White. I'm going to show you him in a minute because I'm so proud of him for committing to a school of choice after a lot of hard work. The biggest thing to understand about Chapman's
Recording in progress.
Hello, Jalen. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hello, Jalen. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm excited to talk to you. Just before we get started, can I confirm your parents are with you?
Yeah, both my parents are here.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. How are
How
you?
you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
All right, thanks.
Awesome. Just before we get started, could I ask who found me first?
Who found you 1st? I did.
Amazing. And what did you tell mom and dad about me?
I told them that you're you're a college recruiting assistant, and you help people get recruited. Help them with go through everything, do the whole process, stay in touch with them, and guide them.
That is spot on. Very good. I bribed you well. And there was a long video that I tried to get both you and your parents to watch. Did you guys get a chance to see that?
Yeah.
Okay, mom and dad too?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for watching. Now I get to spend more time talking about your son. Having said that, one of the things I want to briefly ask off the bat is right now in this process, the goal today is for you guys to interview me. Sorry about my nose. I got kicked yesterday playing soccer. And if you guys have any questions for me, I want to hear them. The goal is that by the end of today's call, we know if we're the right fit. And I want you to ask me questions. I want to ask you guys some questions. And then the biggest thing is I want to see if I can scare you away, Jalen, from wanting to play college soccer. Does that make sense? And that way mom and dad can just relax. They don't have to do anything. They can just have nice weekends and no more driving. Deal?
Yeah.
Okay. So my first question is for you. Tell me what you've done so far in the process. in order to get recruited to play college soccer?
I've done a lot of emailing. I've made highlight videos, every touch videos. I watch your YouTube videos, so like all your social media videos, so they definitely helped a lot. But yeah, I did a lot of emailing updates, like just keeping in touch with college coaches, and it's got me a lot of interest across divisions. But when we talked before, I didn't have that interest at first, but like I learned how to like actually craft my emails to like the subject line to actually get the attention, and like making an email that would actually be more likely to get a response.
Awesome. And do your parents know, I don't know if you guys know this, but I was on a live, so I go live on social media, and I saw your son, and I was really impressed with everything I saw from him. Did he mention that to you?
Yes, he did.
Okay, cool. So having said that, look, he's got a lot of things going his way. He's got great grades. He's a good soccer player. I wanted to learn more. So the question is, going back now to your son, and then I will ask your mom a couple questions and your dad. What is it that you'd like help with, Mr. Jalen?
My question now is like, because I've gotten a lot of interest, so they definitely gave feedback on my highlight videos, said that they like me, they want to see me in person. But now the question is, how do I choose which ID camps to go to, and how do I turn the interest through email to like an offer potentially?
Yes, good question. Okay, that's really helpful. And from your parents' perspective, from mom, who I can hear, what is it that you would like your son to get the most help with?
At the moment, just to get recruited, I guess, and to get assigned to as much option as he can get to get assigned to college, that he'll be able to play college soccer when he attends college.
Very good. And you guys would both agree with me that academics come first?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Good, that's super important. Now, having said that, we want academics to come first because that's really important to me. From your mom's perspective, right now, if you were to use me, for example, I cost money. The question I have for you is, and you don't have to know it right now, but it's kind of the goal of today's call. Do you think your son doesn't need any help, that he's doing great on his own? Or do you go, you know what, I think he could use some help?
He could use some help.
Okay. And why, this is for Jalen, why do you want to play college soccer? Why do you want to put your mom through all this and me through it all? Why do you want to play college soccer?
Soccer, I've been playing since I was like 5, I think. And like as I kept playing, I just kept increasing and playing at higher levels. And soccer is like just one of the biggest things I'm passionate about. And my big thing is that I want to play for as long as possible and at the highest levels that I'm capable of. So college will help me with that.
Okay. I do love hearing that. That's awesome. Now, from your mom's perspective, we want your son to go to school. I played pro soccer, and thank goodness I went to college, because if I didn't, I'd be in big trouble. So education for me always comes first. But why would you like to see your son? Why would you like to see your son play? Why do you want to help your son play college soccer?
I mean, because he's passionate about soccer. He loves soccer. So he would like to do something that he enjoys. So he enjoys soccer, so let him do it and also get education at the same time.
That's great. Awesome. I want to confirm, Jalen, what year are you going into?
My case is a little different. So I'm in 11th grade, so that means I'd be a class of 2025. But I was born in 2008. So as opposed to everybody else, in my graduating class, they're 2007s.
Okay, but you will be graduating high school in 2025.
Yeah.
Okay, good to making sure I have it right. Okay, great. And then right now, I want to give kind of my diagnosis of your situation, and then we'll talk about kind of the next steps. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So for you and your mom, look, I saw your son's video. I was like, wow, this is very good. He should be playing at a high level. Your son is being recruited by schools right now. Being recruited by schools and having genuine conversation is fantastic. The question is, as he mentioned, is how do we know which camps to pick and what do we need to do? So the big thing that I need to do with him is what's called an audit. I need to see all the emails. And it's one thing if you said, well, Zev, I'll just show you right now. And I appreciate that you want to do that, and I wish I could actually look at it properly and give you the answer you want. But I need to see the email from this person and this person to help us make the decision. Just having one email in front of me is not enough, to be honest. I need to be able to see everything, because I might say to him, oh, John Hopkins is showing interest in you. Well, guess what? They beat University of Chicago last year. Let's rephrase the email for that situation to gauge, because he is going to have to pick ID camps for the summer very, very soon if he hasn't already picked some. And this summer is, frankly, how he's going to get recruited. And if he wants to go to a top academic school, they are done recruiting in August and November between then, where most of the bigger schools, they're kind of done a little bit later. Now, like I said, I think your son is definitely capable of playing college soccer. And my job is to help him make it easier. But more importantly, have you ever had a bad coach in your career, Mr. Jalen?
Not the worst, but like just some times where like I've had disagreements.
Okay. And when you play college soccer one day, would you like to be confident that you're going to pick a coach that you enjoy?
Yeah.
And so really this whole process, even though academics come first, your son, unfortunately, in all honesty, loves soccer, just like me. And so his life is going to be determined on soccer. That's what's going to make him happy and unhappy. So if he has a miserable coach, that's really why we have to do all this work. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So to work with me, it looks like this. Typically, in fairness, normally when I work with students, it costs somewhere between $8K and $10K when I work with students. But one of the things I liked about your son's video is it's already done. His video is literally next to perfect because he followed everything I already told him to do. The other thing is I need to see the emails and everything, but he's almost already part of my team, my academy, because he's been watching my videos. So for that reason, I don't have to charge you guys the full fee that I normally would have to. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to share my screen just so you can see what it looks like. This is my quick here. When we work with students, you guys saw in the longer video, but we're going to meet every Sunday just in case. You might be busy and you won't be able to meet with us during the week, so we're always available on Sunday. The other thing is we have unlimited one-on-one. So your big thing is less so about a big mass email. It's more about, hey, I have all this interest. Who do I pick? How do I pick it? So we need to meet with you. Does that make sense? And a lot of the schools you mentioned on your list, I have already had students at those schools. And I want you to be able to talk to them. Does that make sense? And go, hey, do you like the coach? Why do you not like the coach? We've had students transfer away from those schools. So I want you to talk to my team who have been offered to go to these schools. Like we have one kid who's going to Lafayette. We have another one that got offered to MIT. Portland, there's a kid going on an official visit. We have a kid at UCLA. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then we will look. You already made your every touch videos. I got to see those as well. If you are saying, hey, I want to focus on school, we'll edit your videos for you. There's a couple things I want to change the order of, but really, I'm really happy. I am really happy with what you have. Then we can talk about game video review, but to be honest, we have to get recruited first. Then we can talk about that. One of the things your son's mentioned, which I really liked, is I want to play at the highest level possible for as long as I can. That was exactly what I kind of said. So we're a lifetime deal. So if your son has to transfer, if he says, hey, I want to have my degree but also pursue the next level, we're with him for life. So it costs $3,000. It's split into 3 payments. And the big thing is this. In your guys' case, you're already being genuinely recruited. So this sentence really is saying, if we don't move the needle to, I can't promise an offer, I can't guarantee an offer, but if we're not significantly either getting new genuine interest or better genuine interest within 3 months, then you'll fire me and I'll give you your money back. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you both this. You're not allowed to work with me today, okay? I want you to think on it. I want you to sleep on it. But let's pretend, Mr. Jalen, this was your money, only your money. You might be investing in it as well. And you had to work with me today. What questions might you have to feel comfortable, making the investment and working with me?
I'm concerned about my team situation. So like currently, like as discussed, I play for an ECRL team, but I'm not on the second team. I'm on the first team because we got invited to the league and there's a possibility for promotion. But I have connections to other clubs at the ECNL and MLS Next Level. So I was concerned on like where I should go there to have more confidence in where I'll be playing and how that'll help me in my recruiting process as well.
Yes. Okay. So in honesty, a lot of the schools your son is being recruited by will maybe not consider him because of where he's playing, even though his video is great and he's clearly a good soccer player. So what we need to do with you, Jalen, and this is again pretending it's your money, that's why we have the one-on-one meetings. I need to help you write emails to those teams at the MLS Next and ECNL level saying you have college interest and get you a trial. To be honest, you're a month past the date to like get an opportunity with those teams. There's always exceptions that can be made. On top of that, let's say you make the team, but you don't join the team, say, until the fall. That's still really helpful because then we can change your email format and everything. So to answer your question, we have to explore it, but it doesn't mean we're going to leave. And the other pickle you have is ID camps are the name of the game right now, right? You don't have any showcases coming up?
No.
So right now you have to deal with ID camps first because there's a timing bomb on those. After that or during that, though, we will also address your club situation.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask your mom the same question. Let's say you had to work with me today. Can I answer any questions?
Can you answer any questions? Not at the moment. My concern is Julian is thinking about does it skip a gap year?
Yeah. For the age situation, being
Yes.
younger than my
So here's the really good news. And we will help you with that too. If you decide to take a gap year, it does change the price of the model. And that's something we would deal with after the fact because it's easier that way. But it would be 4,000 instead of 3 because we'll be with you for longer. But we will need to talk about the gap year. Here's the good news. Because it's let's say right today you were a sophomore instead of a junior. You couldn't even be talking to some of the schools you're talking to because of the NCAA rules. But because you were a junior and now you're going to go backwards, it can be really helpful. It can change everything because all the schools are thinking about you big time. Oh, maybe I'm going to make him an offer. I'm really curious about him. I want to see him again. Oh, I have a year. That means I already know who he is. Now it can also work against you because the coaches are thinking about you right now today and they're thinking about an offer. If you make them wait a year, sometimes you can lose some interest. So it's something we need to talk about and something we want to talk about together if you're going to take a gap year. The other thing is if you take a gap year for grade purposes, maybe if we, like right now, we don't have the means to talk about internships in the summer, about game or video review, but if you do a gap year, we could talk about some of those things which are really good for school. Does that make sense? Mom, does that make sense to you too?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the last thing. Take away the gap year thing for just a second. I'm not saying we wouldn't do that, and I'm not even saying that somehow I could maybe give a discount to that. But for right now, just since you are a junior, the problem you guys are facing is the camps are going to fill up. Okay? You've got, whether you work with me or not, the camps are going to fill up in the next week. So here's the deal. To work with me, I have to have an answer from you within 24 hours. If in 24 hours you say we need another day, that's no problem. But if I don't hear from you, I will follow up with you and make sure, but then I'll have to give the spot away. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mom, does that make sense to you too?
Yep.
Okay. So let me ask last question. I think you already have it, but other than sleeping on it, is there any other questions you have that would help you make the decision of whether or not you want to work with me? I want to work with you. I've let you know that, but you tell me if you want to work with me. Is there any other thoughts between you or your mom?
I don't think I have any more questions.
Okay.
But
Mom, anything?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. So I sent an email over with all the directions. You'll see a contract. If you decide you want to move forward, you'll click the contract. The moment you click it, you're going to start working with us so we can have a meeting about camps. Then we have to have a meeting about the gap year. Then we have to meeting about the club teams. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Okay. Very good, everyone. I really enjoyed talking to you, and I look forward to talking to you guys by tomorrow.
All right. Sounds
Thank
good.
you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
So Angela, I don't know if you can hear me, but you can just listen while you're driving. So that was a good one. You could see they had their questions. I kind of stuck to the template. I'm not very optimistic about them. Their enthusiasm wasn't amazing. The mom kind of knew who I was, kind of didn't know who I was. So I didn't go through the AI or anything like that. I didn't even go through Discord. So, and maybe in hindsight, now that I'm talking out loud, I think maybe I should have. But anyways, now what I do, which you'll do as well, you'll go to Monday, share. You'll go to Monday, and then when you go to Monday, you will find their name, which right now is not coming up. Here it is, Jalen Bertrand. Okay, then you'll find their name, and you'll put them in second follow-up. I think you did this once upon a time, and you put
Yeah.
yeah, you did, and you put the letter A next to it, just so I know. And then here I like to make 3K, maybe 4K if a gap here, and yeah. Okay, so that's it. Nothing else to do. I already sent them the email. They're good. You saw
Perfect.
it. Now finally you got to see one and hear
Awesome.
it. And you can see it was like shorter, not as much detail, and
Yeah.
sound good?
That was great. That
Okay.
was great. Yeah. Who does your game video review? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah. The same guys, like Nalu and all those guys. They actually brought it to me. They're like, we love doing game video. We haven't met like our coaches now. We have a bunch of them. So Nalu loves it. Basically how it works now is every person, and this is something eventually you'll have to deal with this dilemma, and I'll help you, is they're going to say, you get to work with Zev, and you're going to go, Zev monitors everything, but you're going to be assigned a coach. And they're going to be like, well, who's the coach? And then that's when you have to sell. You don't actually know who you're going to give them to. You can recommend, but you just don't know the coaches very well to know like, hey, here's the right fit.
Yeah.
And so what we'll do eventually, I'll have to help you. I'll get like a piece of paper, and if you're like, basically you're going to hand them out evenly to each kid. But Seth, this other guy, will handle who's it actually goes to. So I don't need you to give a name and be like, but you can go, look, everybody has been trained for multiple years. If you're, like we said, if you're not happy in 3 months, you're going to get your money back anyways. And
Yeah.
the big pitch is this: hey, they're better than Zev. Like that, Zev didn't even know that was going to happen, but they've helped more people than
Right.
Zev has helped. And now Zev's job is to try and get as many people possible the free information. That's why you saw the videos. If you want, Zev monitors everything, but these guys are better than Zev, and Zev himself is, super happy about it. They're former students, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, we'll help you with the phrase. I'll listen to you do it a couple times, and then you'll get the hang of it. But the answer with the game video review is it's really helpful when I'm pitching like 8th graders or 9th graders, because the truth is, which is crazy, if parents could pick anything to pay for, it would be private coaching, technical training, mental training, and game IQ. What the problem is, they're happy to pay for it. It's no brainer. They go, of course. The problem is they're only willing to pay for it once, which is why it's a bad business model. There's lots of people that do game video review for kids for $40 hourly. Like you could do that tomorrow, but you'll make $40 and then they'll maybe book you again in a couple of weeks. The beauty of the college soccer thing is, first of all, it's tangible, right? Let's say you help them with all the soccer IQ. And how can you prove that you helped them? There's no real way to do it. Even if the kid feels better, even if he scores a goal, you still can't take credit for it. So that's the beauty of the college soccer is I go, and this is also what makes me the best. I left a voice message. I should put you in the group chat. I think I mentioned this to you, but I'm the #1 college soccer recruiting education firm now in the country. I've committed more kids in NCSA this year. So what that will mean, what will that mean is I offer more services though, like game video review, Instagram, NIL. We just do more because like right now I have a meeting with the guy who's going to help me do AI shit. Like we're a startup in that way, which is kind of cool. So my point is that when we're communicating what we do, we're like the cutting edge of the industry because we're young and ambitious and everything else. And so when they say, what about NCSA or Scouting Zone or all the other ones, which eventually they will do to you, you can go, look, I bought them. You want to talk to a guy that got recruited 40 years ago that's not going to help you with club soccer? By all means, go do that. That's not what we do. We are 360. We want you to get an internship one day. We want you to get a good major. We want you to go to a good school. We want you to have a family and children and blah, 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 blah. So you get the idea. And your personality and the people that I've hired, I'm very careful. So, okay, I'm in the middle of actually posting some stuff, so I'm going to hang up on you. And then we will, if you're around for the next one, we'll talk then.
I'll be at training by then.
All good.
But normally this time frame is going to work perfectly.
Okay, no worries. I'm glad that worked. Tomorrow there's only 2, so it's up to you. But then Wednesday, Friday, there's supposed to be a bunch more. I see some good names on
Okay.
here that don't look from different countries. So that's a good sign. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll talk to you soon.
Perfect. Sounds good. Thanks, Zev.
Yep, bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, chat. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm class 27. This is from YouTube. I'm class 27 going international. Are you an international, Jacob Sandoval? Oh, I'm in the class 27 going into sophomore. I did make a UPSL. I had the spot, but then they said the price and the parents could not afford, so I was so disappointed. Said if I could join the UPSL Academy team. Sandoval, I would not join. Okay. Right now, you would only join UPSL and should be free. It wasn't. $50 registration, $20 a game. Actual men's team. The youth team would try EC9 MLS Next instead. I made it. And if you can't afford it, you will have to make it. Dude, I'm not the year, dude. You legend. Thank you for helping, dude. College better than academy. Hey, college soccer guy. Hello, what's up? At what age should I really start focusing on college recruiting? Luke, I need to know how good you are. If you want, you can submit your video to this chat and I can look at it. Guys, I'm so happy to see you here. This is awesome. Look at YouTube. YouTube is doing more than Twitch. I'm so happy, guys, to see you here. It's so cool for me. So thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. I think, how many people are here? I can't tell how many people are on the YouTube stream. I think there's quite a few of you. But thank you for coming. This is super cool. And I'm not going to go anywhere for a little while, so we're good. We're doing good. I'm going to keep making TikToks. I was in the middle of making TikToks. Okay, let's see here. TikToks. Sorry guys, 1 second. I'm making some content here. Ah. You, bro. Why would I put the document?
Recording in progress.
Hello, everybody.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you? Can you guys hear me okay?
All right. Yep.
Perfect.
I just got I just gotta say real quick, your software package you use to have people remind, it keeps hitting me like every 15 minutes saying, "Are you attending? Are you attending? Are you attending?"
Too much? Okay, good to know.
Cancel.
Okay, good to know. Oh, good to know. I can back it off.
Just so you know, my wife is in, so just so you know, she's just pulled into the garage, so she'll be in shortly.
Okay, no worries. Thank you very much. Well, you won't need them, and you won't be getting any more of those. So, having said that, I'm very excited to talk to you both. My question, briefly, is who found me first?
I did.
Amazing. And what did you tell your? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
And I was the one who really filled everything else, so everything that you're seeing was from my point of view, not his.
That's very helpful. And what did you tell him and your wife about me?
Well, I know he saw you on, what was it, TikTok? So he knew about you on TikTok. My wife, I shared the information, via the video that you sent and things of that nature. And that was really at the high level. I know she did watch the video. I believe she watched the video.
Thank you.
To answer the question from there, but yeah, and I've been kind of following you on YouTube and TikTok myself as far as some of the advice you've been doing, things of this nature. So
awesome. Perfect. Just like to know so I can fill in any gaps, but that's great to hear. And then basically, look, the goal of today's call is to find out if we're the right person. My social media personality is a type of character. My goal here is to see if we're the right fit, see if I can actually help you, because I'm not able to help everybody. And then likewise, I want you guys to interview me and go, hey, is this guy we've seen on the, our phones and computers the right guy to help us? And if I am, then we'll talk about what that looks like. If I'm not, then we'll talk about that too. There's one other goal, though, that I also have, which is that I'd like to see if I can try and scare your son away from wanting to play college soccer. Because then you don't have to do any work, I don't have to do any work, and we can all just sip our pina coladas and chill. Sound like a plan?
Okay.
Okay.
This is my wife, Victoria.
Hello, Victoria. Nice to meet you. Thanks so much, very much. Sorry about I got elbowed yesterday playing soccer. So, my first question is for your son, and then I can jump into everybody. What have you done so far? I understand I've got to look at your video and your age and everything, but what have you done so far in the recruiting process up to this point?
I want to say not much. My dad has been getting me to get my high school season and my videos together and record them, and I've been doing that. But other than that, not really much. Reaching out to coaches and stuff.
Okay, and if I were to ask you, so at this point, there's not been any phone calls or any visits, is that right?
No, I haven't visited any schools, and I know my dad called one coach, but I don't think he picked up.
Okay, got it. And okay, that's super helpful. And right now, if I were to ask you this for your son, what do you want me to help you with? What would you say that is?
Giving me advice on how to reach out to coaches and how to get my name out there and have them see me and stuff.
Okay, so how to write the emails and how to get noticed. You are a good soccer player. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then, if I would ask your father the same question, what would you like the most help with your son? What would you say, and your wife, Victoria?
I would say mainly just make sure that, well, he's informed me of his aspirations to play professional soccer, but at the same time too, that he gets into a good school, where he can get the education, and then from there, if his skills take him to that next level of professional, great. But when it comes to the assisting of the communications with the colleges, with the soccer coaches, things of that nature, writing the emails, everything I've seen in your video is what I'm looking for someone to assist him with, in regards to how to respond to the coaches, things of that nature.
Okay.
For me, it would be understanding the recruiting process, what all goes into it. I know you talked about not being able to directly approach a coach. I think you talked about that in a video. And what is their process, what they can and cannot do with the student, and just helping him maximize his opportunities to get in front of coaches and possibly or definitely get scholarships.
Okay, super helpful. And this is for your son. Why do you want to play college soccer? It sounds like you may want to play at the next level after that. One of the things that's really important for me to clarify, although I think you guys understand, education always comes first for me. Would you guys all agree that education comes first?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So that goes back to your son's question, or to my question for your son. Why do you want to put your parents through all this and me through all this? Why do you want to play college soccer?
Because it's like been one of my dreams to play like at a high level, and and whether it's like I stop at college or go pro, or I just want to play like at a pretty high level.
I love to hear that. And from your parents' perspective, why do you want to support your son in playing college soccer?
For me, I have to admit, I didn't know a lot about soccer before he started playing, and I'm still learning. But I believe he's a really good player. And I want to support his dream to go further. And obviously, if we can get money to help with college education, that will be helpful as well. And he's a good student, so I mean, he's a really good student. I think he could get money academically as well, but he wants to play sports. So
yes, very good point. Okay, really helpful. Would you like to add anything from for your father? Would you like to add anything?
No, my wife covered everything.
Okay.
On that topic.
Okay, perfect. So my diagnosis of your current situation is this. One of the things your wife asked was like, what can college coaches do? So there's some limitation to what Division I and Division II coaches can do on paper. They're not supposed to talk to them in a recruiting manner. And that does not stop them. Okay, we're soccer. We're not millions of dollars. The NCAA doesn't monitor college soccer like it does other sports. So they break the rules all the time. Now, on paper, he can talk to Division II and Division III schools and what are called NAI schools, but we're not going to get into that. Pretty much whenever. Like he could have done that already. That's why I was asking about phone calls and visiting schools. Your video is way off. Way, way behind. The format's not good. The star that you use to identify yourself does not work. So the video is way behind. You cannot submit that to any coaches yet. That will not work. Having said that, my job is to go, look, forget that part. I can fix that in 10 minutes. Is he a good soccer player? That I cannot fix in 10 minutes. I saw a lot of ability athletically and technically that make me go, hey, you're going into your sophomore year. There's a lot of potential here. Now, when it comes to scholarship, if you want the most money, you need a combination of two things. You need good grades, which he has, which is awesome, and you need the school to help you get into the program through soccer, whether that's through athletic money in a portion to that, but just to give you an idea, average athletic money is $2,000 to $4,000. That's not where the money is. The money is in the fact that you get into the school because of soccer. So he's got really good grades, so there's only so many schools we can consider because his grades are so great. We don't want him to go to a school less than, say, a top academic school, which puts a limitation on him because we don't want him to go to just any school. We want him to go to a great school. If he had a 3.3, you're not as picky theoretically because you don't have the privilege to be that picky. Him, we're going, look, it's these schools or you don't get to play soccer, basically, within that region. And I agree with that because education comes first. So the problem is every single kid with a 4.0 wants to go to the same 75 schools. There's only about 75 of them that are higher end academic. Your club situation proposes another bump in the road. It's not that it's a bad club, but if you're not playing MLS Next or ECNL at some point, Division I soccer is not realistic. So then you have to consider Division III. Division II for us is not really going to work because the academics aren't as high there. So we're really now talking Division I and Division III. Now here's the other good news. All the doors are open right now. He's going into his sophomore year. There's not a single door that's closed. In 6 months to a year from now, doors will be closed. There'll be certain coaches that will not take certain players, but right now all the doors are open. So going to, what do I do? You kind of saw that longer video. The first thing is we got to fix his video. I'm not so concerned that he's a good enough soccer player. I'm more concerned that his current package is not college soccer ready. So the first thing is I got to fix his video. The second thing is there are some camps that are happening this summer. I'd like to talk about some of those camps to consider going to. In my perfect world, we send an email out, we get feedback, and then we decide. But you're unfortunately in a position where you don't have that privilege in the same way because the summer is now. We're in the summer and those camps will get booked. So you'll have to lean on me or whoever you choose to go, hey, these are the camps to go to, and because I said so. And then for him to go, wow, I didn't like this coach, or this was a lot more competitive than I thought. And frankly, also to get feedback from college coaches and go, hey, from what we saw, we think you're a Division I player. We'll help you move club teams. Like, they will take that investment if they like the player. When I say help, they're not gonna. On rare occasions they'll call a coach, but usually they'll be willing to be a reference. So then our job is how do we communicate that via email? A lot of the communications via email. Then we have to fix his Instagram, everything else. So I will say this: the analogy I want to give you is we're on a beach on our own, the four of us. He has a boat. His boat has a bunch of holes in it. Okay, the video's not ready. The email templates haven't been sent out. My job is I'm going to go fix the boat. Then I'm going to go put it in the water. And we're going to attack some small waves first. Some D3 emails and whatnot. Then once I feel it's ready, maybe with one more every touch video, we're going to send him into the big scary ocean. But I'll be there directing him through the storm and whatnot. And then when we get through the storm, then there's more possibilities. My only concern, big concern, is this. You are at a unique opportunity where right now, as you're going into your sophomore year, this summer would be determined as, really great opportunity to get to know coaches, go to what we call mass ID camps. Next summer, or even next spring, we don't want to do that for top academic kids. We want them to go to individual camps. So, having said all that, between that information, plus obviously you guys saw the video, does it make sense, what I do and how I help the kids? Does it make sense? And this is a good question for your son, mainly, actually. You're the one who will be dealing with me and my team for the next, theoretically, we do a lifetime service, which we'll talk about. But am I somebody that you think you can put up with for a while?
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing we want to do, let me pause there for a second. From your parents' perspective, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, one thing, just so you're aware, one thing he is doing this summer is, he's going to the Calvin College camp. It's not an ID camp, but it's like an elite camp for a week. That's put on by all the coaches. He went there last year also too.
Awesome. So there's some things we wanted in my perfect world, some things we should do before that and after that, because it's very important to me that we do those things. So here's what I want to show you guys really quickly, but that is good to hear. Great. That's fantastic. So the first thing is this. When we're with him, you guys kind of already saw this, is every Sunday we meet. And during these Sundays, we'll talk about picking the right schools, how to draft the emails. We got to send them out. We got to make a list. We got to write it genuine. I think you've seen the AI system. That for us is going to be really helpful. We will have to reach out to some schools that he may not ever consider going to for leverage purposes. But like I said, once we fix this video, I'll be excited to send it out. Then you can meet with us unlimited amount. Mom and dad as well. We want you part of the process for sure. But also for your son, there's going to be times where I'll be like, we can't do this through messaging. We need to talk in person, or online, I should say. Then you get Discord so you can message us all the time. We'll edit all of his videos for the rest of his life. And then we will have time for this. I usually don't have time for this because I'm so busy with recruiting, but we will get to spend maybe once a month going, hey, we want to just go through your game video and go, hey, in this instance, if you're going to be playing as a center back, this is what a college coach looks for, because he's going to be playing a lot of soccer over the next few years, and I need video of him doing what college soccer coaches are looking for. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. And then you get the access to the Google Drive like you saw, and then you get the AI system. Now, here's really the test to see if if my belief in your son is legit or not. I expect that in the next 3 months, assuming you give me video, that we'll be talking to Division III coaches in a real way. That said, real way would mean we want to get on a phone call. We'd like to have you on a visit. We would like you to come to a game in the fall. We'd like to see more video. There's no offers. I can never promise an offer, but also, and no offers yet at this stage. But the goal is going into next spring, for top academic schools, that is what you're aiming for. Does that make sense? Okay. And the big hurdle I want to be very clear about is I'm glad he's got some events he's going to this summer, is the club level he is playing. Very few other people would take on this case, in my opinion, because where you're playing, there's not a lot of exposure and the level is mixed. I played at that level when I was your age. I played JV soccer as a junior. So I have a natural, hey, you're the underdog in this story. Let's beat the odds. But we are going to have to beat the odds. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So to work with me, it's $5,000 and it's lifetime. So let's say he is in college and he wants to pursue the next level. We help with that piece of it. If he's in college and he has to transfer, we help with that piece of it as well. And then I talked about, the refund within 3 months. 3 months, I expect results, meaning tangible results, where we're going, hey, these coaches are interested. We're here with you through the whole time. And it comes out to roughly, depending on when he gets committed, which can change, but it's like for $53 a month, basically, between now and graduate. But if you can count, including past college, it's like $33 a month. But the main thing is this. The reason we do it all up front like this is because two things. One, for your son, and I'm going to ask you guys one more question, but the big thing is if I can't get results in 3 months, it's a waste of time. I'm not going to be able to get the results later on, and I don't want to waste your time. So that's the reason we do it that way. I tried to do it the other model, and to be honest, the results were worse because I wouldn't get the same level of attention from the families and from the players, even if they're super committed. This says, hey, I'm here to do this for real. So one thing I want to ask your son really quickly, you're not allowed to work with me today. Okay, I need you guys to think about this. It's a big decision. It's important. Having said that, this is for your son. Pretend it's all your money, which this is your life. Your parents are here to support you, clearly. It's your life. Let's pretend you had to give me $5,000 to help you get a scholarship with his grades. And this is for you good to know too. If he keeps his grades up, and you'll see in the contract that if his grades drop, our relationship also stops. But if he keeps his grades up as they are, we're looking at $80,000 in scholarship at these D3 soccer schools. The exceptions are MIT and Hamilton, who do not give merit scholarship. But other than those, and to get into those schools is very competitive. So soccer will play a big role for us. Having said that, to your question to your son, do you have any questions for me that would help you make this decision, pretending you had to pay me today?
How would you, I know it's kind of hard, but what would you think is the success rate of the people you've helped in the past?
Good question. That's a grown-up question. So right now our success rate is 98%, and the couple people that haven't is they've chosen to quit. And I try and make that happen on this call before we get to that point. But even those students, and I can share with you them, they're like, we're really grateful for the process. We learned later on that we didn't want to put in this much effort, and we don't want to play college soccer. Or some of them got into Michigan and were never going to play at Michigan, but they still went through the recruiting process with me. So far we've been very successful, but I'll be the first to tell you, if you get into Harvard or MIT and the soccer team is not a place you love, I will say go to school. Don't go play soccer, go to school. I will always pick school first. But good question. That's a good one. Now, yes, please go ahead.
If I can follow back up on that, how many other students have you had that was in his position that you started with?
Good question. I'm going to do it by last year. We can do I've been doing this for a long time, but say last year. We've had about 6 other players at his level, at his age. If let's say he wasn't his age and he was playing at his level and he was a junior, say, as a sophomore, I might consider it. But as a junior, I would not take him on. I would say we're not going to work. There's too much work to do, and it's not. I just don't think we're going to get the results you want. So to answer your question, we've had about 6 last year, and all of them are playing Division III soccer at top academic schools. And I can give you their phone numbers and their parents' phone numbers too. And they'll tell you the same, very similar, that I had a very similar discussion going. We're up against the odds, but I like those odds. I'm 5'6". Nobody believed in me. My parents never played soccer. They were very supportive. We bought NCSA. We bought everything, and it didn't work. And then my brother went on to play college soccer and had a horrible experience. His coach was a nightmare. He was abusive. And so here we are. Okay, so here's the last piece. I don't work with very many students, so that way I can give everyone the attention I think they deserve. So today is Monday. It means that tomorrow I need an answer from you guys. If tomorrow the answer is, hey, we need one more day, no problem. If tomorrow is you're ready to rock and roll, you'll see in the email I'm going to send you is a contract. And the contract basically says everything we spoke about. You know, if I don't get him, if he's not being recruited in 3 months' time, then I'm fired. If you guys don't give me video, then you're fired. If his grades drop, then you're also fired. And if tomorrow you say, we're ready to roll, you'll click this. He'll get my schedule. He'll get on my team and I schedule. We'll start right away. If you guys say, hey, we have another question, just email me back. If I don't hear from you at all, then that's when I have to give the position away.
And when you say his grades drop, what do you consider a drop itself?
Good question. It will be a family discussion. You guys will get to tell me if I want this to be a team effort. If you guys are okay with him having, you know, if he gets a grade in school that you're not okay with, then that will be the lesson there. I just want school to come first. So, you know, I want him above a 3.5. He drops below that, that's a problem. But if you guys say, hey, our record is a 3.9, then that's okay too.
Okay.
Yeah. And I say that because I don't want to use the word guarantee, but every single student with his grades with what I've seen have received a minimum of $80,000 if they keep above a 3.5 to a 3.8. So if he's got a 4.1, you know, he could be looking at 120. We have one student at 150. So it depends on his grades is a big piece of it.
Okay. You got any other questions?
Okay.
So the financial piece, I know that that's the plan that you have is, you know, basically 16 what I saw per month, right?
Yes, it comes out, well, how we do it is it's 3 payments of, 16, 1666. If you guys say to me, hey, the only problem is the payment, I can make it 1 for 5 months, 1,000 for 5 months. If you go, that's the biggest issue, I can change it to 5 months. I don't normally do that, but because of your age, it makes sense. If I'm working with kids older than you, then I say too bad.
And just for clarification, I knew I filled it out, so I want to make sure I get everything right. He is a freshman going into his sophomore year in high school.
Yes, that's what I have too.
Okay, so he's going into his sophomore year in high school, so.
Yes, I count him as a sophomore then for that, for simple purposes. And that's, look, I will say right now your son is not on track to play college. Let me back. Have either of you played college? Did either of you play college soccer or?
No, I did track and played high school football.
Awesome. One thing that's evident in the video is it's made, no offense, it's made by a soccer dad who doesn't know soccer. Now, having said that, the fact that you put it together at all is huge. And look, the part of your son having video of him, I wouldn't be on this call today if I didn't see the video. So that you did great. This is when either you can hand over the baton to your son, who hands it to me, or find somebody else, but the video has to be fixed. And if you look, in a perfect world, when I first started this, I would go to club teams and I'd go, hey, coach, like, can you help me with my recruiting process? You're a coach. And they'd be like, of course, of course. Then you'd go, hey, here's my video. Can you fix it? And they'd be like, yeah, I'll get to you. And you'd be like, well, okay. Then you follow up again, 2 weeks later. Can I get to you? They go, oh, yeah, change one clip. And it just was never enough. I was like, I need more attention than this. So likewise, in your situation, your coach might really mean well, but your son at this stage needs tender love and care in an aggressive way. As we move on, then, it changes. There'll be different phases, basically.
I have a question. You said we provide you the video, so we would have to find somebody who's really knows how to take the video of him, is what you're saying.
Good question. We do it in a couple ways. Your iPhone, I will teach you how to do it. So if you have a phone, you can record it. That's all I need is a phone. Having said that, if you have VO or VO's enough. I just need VO. If you have VO, then you don't have to do anything.
Okay, yeah, I know high school they do VO, and his club team.
You do huddle.
Oh, the high school does huddle. I'm
Huddle's
sorry, and
good
the club team does VO.
You're good there. The one thing I may say to you as we get further along, look, your son's very fast. So at some point I might have you say, hey, pay this guy $50 to record him in a zoomed in way because he's really fast. I'm a passer. A zoomed in clip of me passing gives you nothing because I'm just kicking the ball away. In your son's case, he's going to be dribbling past players. So at some point I might say, hey, it's worth hiring a a one-on-one camera guy for one game in a high school where we know he's going to kill it. But otherwise, VO is fine.
Okay.
Very good, everybody. Look, like I said, I want you to think about it, sleep on it. I'm going to send over this email so you guys have it. I have DeAndre Elliott and Latoya Elliott. Is there any other emails you guys want me to put?
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's right now.
Yeah. So, like I said, just let me know. Just if you respond to me, that'd be lovely. Either way, just so that way, you know, I like to keep it small. The students I work with, so everybody gets attention and etc. And like I said, one last thing for your son. I did try, remember to do this at the beginning. Have I scared you away from wanting to play college soccer at all? A little bit.
I mean, you didn't really scare me, but you put it in like, you made it like more reality. It made it seem more like how much work I have to do and how much like it's gonna take, but it didn't really scare me, no.
Okay. Sorry, Mom and Dad. I tried. Okay. Perfect, everyone. It was really nice talking to you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
to a boys' elite academy.